Evils of the Night is a low-budget alien slasher from 1985. Running at a swift 84 minutes, Evils of the Night is a fun and sleazy slasher with lots of nudity and space vampires. It's an entertainingly trashy horror flick that manages to be so bad it's good.
FC-85,
But she's still alive. Can't we take more out?
I want to take a chance on her dying during the extraction.
If she dies during the extraction, the entire container will be contaminated.
We have enough for another shipment now.
Don't copy. These are the platelets that not only stop bone degeneration in our elders, they will allow us to survive for hundreds of years.
Space vampires arrive on Earth to collect teenage blood to save their dying species. A group of friends camping in the woods cross paths with the space vampires and their dim-witted mechanic henchmen, who are assisting the aliens in exchange for payments of gold. Can the group of teens escape the hospital the aliens have taken over and survive the evils of the night?
What about my car?
Seems like you haven't been paying attention.
Isn't that gonna be costly, boy? Come on, let's get this one to the hospital.
Evils of the Night is a TNA extravaganza. The film is packed with voyeuristic nude scenes and copious amounts of skin. The film opens with an amusing scene where a guy is dogging out his girlfriend and is strangled to death from behind, but his girlfriend obliviously just keeps humping him after he's dead. It's a rather silly scene. Evils of the Night is not shameless about its sleaze. The camera always seems to be lingering on boobs or butts or bikinis, and then there's the classic scene where two chicks spend a good amount of time oiling each other up while topless at the lake. You get a glimpse of some 80's Bush, and even porn star Amber Lynn has a small role as a victim, only being killed after having a sex scene, of course. There's also something for the ladies, as we get to see a dude's dong hanging out of his swim trunks. The TNA of the movie may seem like the highlight of the flick, but Evils of the Night features some decent characters, a fun tone, and some great bad dialogue.
You filthy son of a bitch! If I get my hands on you, you're a dead man! Dead! God damn you! God damn you!
The acting isn't terrible in this, and even the bad acting that does pop up is pretty entertaining. There are some veteran washed-up actors in the flick, like John Carradine, Aldo Ray, and Julie Newmar. They all seem to be game and turn in capable performances. The special effects in the film are cheap and cheesy, but it was 1985 and the film was produced on a meager budget of $190,000, so you can forgive the production for their limited effects. There really isn't any standout kills in the movie, but I did find one death humorous. A lady ties one of the mechanic's shoelaces together around a press while they're struggling under a lifted car. She eventually lowers the car on top of him, crushing him to death.
You know, they say it's haunted.
Stop it, Eddie. You're scaring me.
Oh, come on, honey. There's nothing to be afraid of. Unless you don't like ghosts.
If you don't knock it off, I'm leaving.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll be a good boy.
Evils of the Night is what I would call an alien slasher. The film's main antagonists are aliens who want teenage blood, but much of the kills and abductions are straight out of slasher movies, and a good chunk of the runtime is the teens battling the human but evil mechanic henchmen. As I mentioned, the film does have a fun tone. The scenes at the lake give us some frat boy humor and gratuitous TNA, plus we get spooky campfire tales and cheesy laser beams. The music in the film is forgettable and the ending is anticlimactic. I also must admit the film is shot rather well and the movie looks like it was made for triple its budget. The director did a good job of utilizing his production values and packing the film with exploitation.
Without these platelets, your bones eventually grow fragile and break. You'd be dead within 100 years. But with them, you increase your life expectancy by 200 years or more.
Evils of the Night surprisingly got a theatrical release before being released on video in 1986 by Lightning Video with a pretty lame VHS cover, which makes it look like the title is on the wrong movie. It fell into obscurity pretty quick, and what few viewers did see it didn't seem to appreciate its cheese, tits, or B-movie charm. Now the DVD and Blu-ray cover is fucking awesome, and I for one do appreciate Evils of the Night for its B-movie qualities and sleaze. I wouldn't call it one of the better horror films of 1985, but it definitely deserves to be regarded by trash lovers as a solid outing.
You'd better kill me, mister. Because if I ever get loose, you're dead.
You ain't never gonna get loose.
Nothing, my boob. What's the matter with this pair, Buster?
Nothing. I am.
Pepsi. the choice of a new generation.